All right, we're here. We've made it. We're alive. We're doing things. I'm a bit late because, well, first the 8-year-old needed some assistance and like one-on-one stuff. And then my husband was dealing with some frustration. So I was like, okay, is everybody good? Can I go now? Like, I love y'all and I want to help and I want to be here for you. But also, like, you good now? So I'm here now. It took me a little bit, which my apologies, but I had to make sure that real life, real people were taken care of. And Teddy's Haven won. And Teddy's Haven won because I had to choose. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I put up a poll on Monday, and because I was able to scoop up a few games for the last big sale on Steam. And so I was like, oh, should I play more of what I've been playing or should I play a new game? And it ended with a 3-way tie. So I had to choose anyway. And besides being into this game and not feeling like people had like a strong pull in another direction, there was an update. So let me get my audio going on because I usually turn it down when I'm not streaming so that I can listen to other things too. All right, that's good. So we'll sit here for a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and do, no, let's do quote of the day first. And then we'll do why I picked this game. Besides the fact that, like, okay, if there's not a strong pull, like, there are people interested in both Bookshop Simulator and Tiny Bookshop, but I didn't have a majority win. So I was like, you know, we just continue what we're doing, and then maybe, I'm thinking maybe in November, because, well, it just depends. It depends on how Dreamlight Valley goes, because I'm almost done with the new quest content. But there are 2 events coming up in the next 2 weeks, so I don't know how that's going to affect the stream, but it is possible that those events may or may not be, like, I might stream 2 more weeks just to, like, Kate, look at this event and look at this event, just in case people want to see that stuff, but it may not keep going after that. So Thursday night might be a little up for grabs for at least a couple weeks. I don't know exactly when the next DLC for Dreamlight Valley is coming, but I know the next Star Path is not for a while. So just have to play Thursdays by ear. But like maybe November, I might switch away from, like, I might alternate Sundays or something. But anyway, and then the update that just came out for the season, and we'll get to that in just a second. I probably have said that too many times, repeaty. Why do I not have, oh, I do have, okay. The quote of the day. The quote of the day is, be miserable or motivate yourself. Whatever has to be done, it's always your choice. And that's from Wayne Dyer. And, you know, before I actually had to help my kid and my husband got frustrated, this felt almost like I was going to take a lighthearted tone, but like, I just had to decide for those 2 interactions if I was going to be miserable or I was going to motivate myself. And, you know, like, to stay positive, to stay helpful, to not let someone else's irritation become my irritation. Like, they're allowed to be irritated without me also being irritated. Like, I don't need to jump on the irritation wagon. But it's been true for, you know, just at work, at home, like, and I won't say I've succeeded every single time. Sometimes I let the misery win, and that's okay. Like, it's okay. I'm human. It happens. I think the real power comes in being able to figure out how to shift back into motivation, into positivity, but recognizing that it's always my choice. If you have been with me before, you know that I am a big fan of the Inside Out movies, And part of that, like, especially, and spoiler alert for if you haven't seen Inside Out or the second one, specifically the second one in this moment, is that feelings are valid and feelings are, you know, there and part of your expression and all of that. But you can choose. You can choose to not let them rule you. You can choose to think, like, to work through it and to figure out how you work through letting things go, not letting things linger, figuring out how to be blunt, to get over it. But that's not what I mean. I don't mean like get over it. I mean like you have the power to choose. And once you recognize that, it can empower you. Like, it can give you a better sense of yourself, knowing that you don't have to let things control you from outside. Don't have to let things control you from the inside. You can. And the trick really is figuring out how you function to be able to stay motivated, stay positive, even when you kind of go through this up and down cycle. You can, you know, be sad, be mad, you know, be irritated, be frustrated. And then you can kind of internally take a step back and go, okay, I don't like feeling like this. I don't want to stay here. How can I push out of it? And it's different for everybody. It's tricky for everybody. And some things are bigger than other things. And some things feel bigger, even if someone else doesn't think so. And that's okay. It's okay to feel those things. But it's also okay to recognize that letting go and pushing through is okay too. Like, sometimes I think people feel guilty. Like they should be acting a certain way. They should be feeling a certain way. And that letting go of some of that stuff, like, says something negative about them. But it doesn't have to be. And you know what your intentions are. You know what you need. And I think a lot of times it's easy to just pretend that the choice isn't there. That doesn't sound like, I don't mean it in a really bad way. It's a human thing. But I think a lot of times what it really comes down to is we're not, like, either we're not gentle enough with ourselves, we're not patient enough with ourselves, we're not like, we don't give ourselves enough credit, like, to have the fortitude, I guess. But yeah, it's just, every time is a choice. And it's okay if you don't choose to, like, be mature, be positive, be, you know, motivated, whatever. It's okay for that to happen too. It's just not okay if that's the only choice you ever make. Sometimes you gotta choose to be positive, be motivated, you know, push through. And it's okay if it's a seesaw. You know, that's normal too. I think that's a lot of it too, is we get into a habitual cycle. And it can be hard to break free because it takes a lot of real conscious effort to not stay in that habitual cycle. So, it's always your choice. What is that? Is the Rush song that's, you know, even if you didn't make a choice, you've still made a choice? It's true. All right. So, I'm going to read update news from Steam, from the Steam page. So it's the Halloween update part 1, which intrigues me. Whiskers and witchcraft. So, hello shopkeepers, it's that time of year. Spooky yet friendly magic is filling the land of Ursa. This marks the first of the seasonal updates. The Mothlight Coven. The historic feline coven has opened its spellbound doors to shopkeepers level 10 and above. Their latest contract introduces a collection of witchy decorations and 4 interactive displays featuring the legendary members of the Mothlight Coven. The new Cheeseboro. Cheese lovers rejoice. The Cheeseboro has received a stylish upgrade. It still crafts cheese the same way and just with a touch more class. Recolored rugs. A highly requested addition. A new contract allows you to recolor several beloved rugs freshen up your floors, and give your shop a whole new look. And more. As always, a round of bug fixes and a few small surprises await. Expect even more spooky fun in the near future. Thank you for all your continued support and happy haunting. And just a quick thing from the last update, which was on the 5th, which was last week, and I didn't register it. I don't know if it came out maybe after stream, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. That's probably what it was. Let's be honest. But they added signage. So I noticed that when I was looking, I can't remember when I played. I actually have 2 different saves going right now, so I'm like, when did I look at this? But there are signs, which I'm actually really excited to get to when I start decorating inside the shop. And then the ether-infused milkweed cheese is supposed to shine now. I haven't started doing milkweed yet, so maybe we'll get to that today. But my main focus today is going to be getting a craft room up and running and seeing if I can like look at the new decorations, because I haven't really done. I mean, we looked at the decorations that I had access to at the end of the stream last week, but I only really just threw them down to look at them. Why are we so slow? What is happening? Oh, you know why? Because I have my sensitivity different on both games. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Oh, it's winter. I forgot. That's funny. All right. I might actually have to turn that up. I keep going back and forth on the sensitivity. Shoopy-doo-doo. What? Shoopy-dee-doo? Saren. Milkweed cheese is very pretty. I haven't seen it yet. I might have to make a point of unlocking it today. But I did ask in the Discord if anybody had any pro tips for where to put buildings, like floors down that don't have grass clipping through the floor. And essentially the consensus was either size it up, which I tried, and I don't know if I want to build big. The other option was to build on the water, and so I might do that and make it almost look like a floating building. So I might try that out today. Oh, just Saren? Okay. Well, hello and welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Is my sensitivity better? Yeah, it's better. Okay. Good, good, good. And hello. I see you over here. So let's go talk to you first. Hi. Ah, I once rooted beside another ent named Brainbark. Or Brain... Is it Brainbark? Slower than I, if you can believe it. I think I have brains on the brain. Because we went shopping for Halloween stuff yesterday and we played with a squishy brain. He didn't speak for the first 100 years. But his silence was kind and his shade was wide. When he finally spoke, his words were few but perfect. He is gone now, his stump carved with names he never asked for. I still visit him when I forget how to speak. That is enough. Thank you for being company. All right. Attach the side of your house so it hovers above the grass. Do you have trouble getting in, though? Because I was having trouble, like... Maybe I was just being dumb. I probably was just being dumb, because that is something I do like to do, apparently. I was probably just being dumb. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet, but I like the idea of putting it off the dock. So I think I'm going to experiment with that and see how I feel about it. I could always move it later, you know? Okay, what am I doing? I am paying attention is what I'm doing, sort of. All right. Chickens. Well, and I've been having to squeeze in time in the mornings before work, so I haven't been taking the time to collect cats and fairies. So I'm planning on trying to snag the kitties and the fairies, since I don't get to do that all the time. Usually I'm just in how much stuff can I collect mode. Oh, I forgot how much faster all my gathering and stuff is. Ugh. I just got to summer on my other save. And I'm just starting to get my, the speed up on my harvesting and things. Attached to the side of the house. Then size down backless benches for stairs. Oh. To get on the risers. Also experimenting, figuring out how what I like and what works. Yeah. I didn't even think about the benches. I'm not a... Like, building is never my strong suit in any games like this. But I am interested in learning some more about that kind of stuff. I mean, every game is different too. So I never seem to think of that stuff. But I think it's just because I'm not... like building. I'm a gameplay person, so usually I'm into the action steps as opposed to the building things. So I've been trying to work on that a lot. Because more and more, you know, games that I'm playing have decorating elements, and some of them, that's like their whole deal, is just decorating. I haven't played a ton of just decorating focused games yet, but I do have some in my wish list. So, but we start small and we experiment and we learn and grow, you know. All right. So have you started playing with the new stuff yet? I haven't seen any of it yet because, well, no, that's not true. I saw the new cheesemaker because I do have a cheesemaker on my other save, but the other save is early enough. I don't think I'm level 10 yet, so I don't even have the option to pick up the new decor items, but I should on this save because I'm level 19, so it should be good. Do I need this stuff? Let me look. Maybe. Get stuck on decorating, but love collecting all the things. Yeah, a lot of people are big into decorating. I was hanging out in someone else's stream for... I didn't have very much time this morning to do it, but her name is Rymanora on YouTube. And she was playing some kind of tavern game, and it looks like there is a way for you to design your own custom furniture sets for that. I was just kind of catching a little bit of it, but it sounds like it's pretty in-depth or extensive for people who like to design. So, I don't know much about that. What was the name of that? It was something tavern. I was also still half asleep. I was trying to consume my caffeine as quickly as possible. But try out the new things. Might need to look around. Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. I feel like she said it was like a free play weekend or something. Let me go and see if I can find the name of that game. I don't think it's... I don't need to add it to my wish list at this moment, but you know what I should probably do is at least write it. Well, I could add it to my wish list. That's fine. I can be patient. I just got myself some new games. Rymanora. What was it called? Tavern Keeper. Okay, so it's just as simple as I was making it seem. I was like, is it more complicated than that? But yeah, I really didn't get much time to stay and hang out. But I think there's like some kind of expanded thing going on in the demo right now. Well, let's go ahead and add it to wish list. Oh, it's not even available for purchase yet until November 3rd. I can drop the link into the chat though, because it seemed interesting if you're into like design and stuff. I will drop it in both Twitch and YouTube. I'm not one for the design aspects, but maybe one day. I do remember really liking, was it Sims 3 that allowed you to tie everything together with like textures and colors and patterns and stuff? I feel like that's... And I did like being able to coordinate my stuff in that game, but It's been so long now since I've played it. I don't remember. Long ago, the centaur clans of Braymar's Field roamed free and fierce, but a mortal bard, clever and cruel, carved a horn from a fallen elder's bone. With one note, he tamed the herd. With two, he made them kneel. But with three, they rose again. They say he still runs, hoofbeats behind him always. Thank you for not trying to tame the wild in me. All right. Another new one. I do like the fact that there are such a variety of those, just because... Oh, fairy. Fairy. A little Matrix fairy back here. Drinking coffee now. Well, I've been burning myself out. Let's see, I got Halloween decorations started on Thursday, and we're still not quite finished, but we did try out our new fog machine last night, and the kids were going crazy. So I have two of my own, and then there are technically 6 kids next door, although the oldest is an adult now. And then the second oldest is a year older than my oldest, but he doesn't really hang out with the rest of them. But the 4 youngest ones hang out with my kids regularly, so they were all going crazy for the fog machine last night. It was entertaining, I will say that. One of the older sisters, the 2 little ones are twins. And so they had the fog going, and then my oldest son brought a flashlight out and put it behind the little ones in the fog. And it looked really cool and creepy, so the oldest sister got a picture of them holding hands, so like something out of a horror movie for sure, which I'm into. I like Halloween and scary stuff, so I need to ask either her directly or my oldest to make sure she sends us a copy of it, or, you know, forwards it to him or something, because it's a really cool picture. And I don't have littles to my oldest, or my youngest is 8 now. I mean, he might still look cool like that because he's still small enough, but I don't have twins of my own. So that image was pretty cool. We're almost done though. We have a few more touches to do on our... We build a cemetery outside, so I'm looking forward to finishing that up. And then I just got to do the interior stuff, which isn't a lot. But I've been wearing myself out. So my husband and I play video games in the evening, and I've just been... Well, that's not true. I didn't get to bed till after midnight last night, but I started falling asleep at the computer earlier than that. Alright, I'm not doing too bad on collection. How many days into winter am I? This day 2? 34, 35. This is the 3rd day. Okay. That's why my numbers are still kind of low on some of this stuff. That's okay. Oh, I meant to go open the shop. I forgot my rhythm. I can do that. I can go open my shop and then come collect more stuff. I also really need to take some time and put some zip lines down, because I have not done that. There's a fairy up the hill. And because I've been so time crunchy in the mornings, I still haven't had time to go look for the 8th fairy. I hold out hope that I can figure it out, but I feel like I need to make sure I give myself an honest chance of running around and looking in some of the places I don't think I've been yet before I give in and look it up. Oh, you know what? I can just... Did I get all of you guys? I did not. There should be a stone somewhere to just teleport home. I don't use them that often. I usually use this one, but I kept going because I was on autopilot. Not shocking. Yes. I have found all but the white one. And like I said, I haven't really looked in earnest beyond the first few days of playing. Did I not grab the other kitty? I thought I grabbed the other kitty. Damn it. All right, that's all right. We can get the other kitty later. We'll be okay. I forgot that I have staff. In my other save, I only just recently got a register, a cashier, and I'm still running the register half the time. Like, I'll start the day, and then I'll go do some crafting and stuff like that, but then I leave. No. And then I start running the register. Yes, hi, Teddy. Okay. Because I'm trying to push customers through so that I can get some money flow going. Alright, we are at 5 grand. That's nice. But I shouldn't have to stay to run the register right now because I've got 3 cashiers going on. I almost wonder if I should get a 4th. Maybe I should. Do I have enough space for a 4th one? I bet I do. I bet I could get the 4th one in there. Oh, that's further back than I meant it to be. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I actually have... It's not unlocked yet, but that's okay because I would have had to rearrange it anyway. All right. I remember how to play things on this save. Sort of. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tear that whole building down over there. Although I have really gotten into flying around. I think what I'm primarily going to end up using the zip lines for is for getting in and out of the castle. I think that's my main thing I'm interested in setting up. Because I do like going to places because on the way there's stuff to gather. And I have yet to get to a stage where I feel like I can just skip some stuff. There are things I won't go get every day, but I haven't gotten to the point where I don't want to grab the berries on the way to the Lavendrite, you know? There you are. Hello. But I feel like I've seen people talking about the White Fairy a lot in the Discord. And so I have a feeling it's in a space that is not frequented. Which I can attest to, considering I have not found it yet. But there are places to get to that I'm hoping it's not in a really far off place. I'm hoping it's just kind of tucked into a little spot that's not quite obvious in the main area. Because I am not typically one to go to the forest reaches and see stuff. Not that this game doesn't reward that behavior. I did see somebody in the Discord talking about going to the end of the rainbow. And so I did that the last time I saw one. I also saw that, you know, go to the left side and not the right side because the right side is very far away. And I did do both ends of the rainbow, but I probably won't do the right side again. It was so far away. But the first time I saw the rainbow, I didn't even think to go. So it's nice to have, like, kind of light spoilers, I guess, sometimes, because... You know, if a rainbow shows up while I'm streaming, then I'll do it. But I'm not going to necessarily be like, I'm going to tell you what's on the rainbow. But go. Just go. There are people that have tried to go to like some of the long distance folks too. There's a giant octopus. I think we've had him on stream. What did somebody call him? Like the calamari in the sky or something? I thought that was quite comical. Hello. We should start naming you. I keep thinking I'm going to do that, and then I'm like, grab the wool and leave. You have visited him? Oh my goodness. How long does it take to get there? Because I probably won't, unless there's like a reason to go besides just, you know, the credit for going. I probably won't. I find it fascinating, the people that are like, I will look in all of the hard to reach places. It's never really been my thing. I think the only time I really did that was ages ago. I think it was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I would run a server and I would just leave it on all day, and people would come in and request specific levels and then show people how to get, you know, behind the buildings, you know, like the partially rendered where you're not really supposed to go. And then we would just spend ages dicking around in those spaces. That's the only time I really got into it, but it was like, you know, a communal thing at that point. It does give you something. What? Damn it. That's not what I want to hear. All right, next time he comes, I'll have to go see. Thought somebody had said it doesn't, like, there's nothing up there, but maybe I am misremembering. Discord overwhelms me sometimes. So I might be completely mixing up multiple conversations in my head. Take zip lines can go, well, yeah, go easier next time. Yeah, I need to start figuring out like what a good distance is for zip lines. I'm gonna have to. Okay, don't run into the tree constantly. That's not necessary. But I need to get the hang of doing the zip lines, because I don't feel like I've quite... I mean, I've only done the one, but I tried to do it multiple times and was really struggling to figure out how to, like, get the distance right. Okay, I got that cat. I'm trying to think of which fairies I'm missing, so I don't forget to go grab them. Not that I have to get them all the first day, but since I'm actually making the effort to get them. But I did see a tip in the Discord for sizing up the zip lines to make their hitboxes bigger. So that did help me getting the one put down that I do have down. You put them too far apart. Yeah, that's... The big titans don't give you anything. Yeah, the guys that walk across the mountain range in the back. I tried to get to one of those because I was curious enough, but I didn't make it all the way to them. I don't even know. Can you actually make it all the way to them? Because they just keep walking. Like, by the time I gave up, I was like, I feel like I'm not making any progress. I'm just going further and further into unrendered spaces. Because I got to the backside of the mountain and turned around, and the backside did not exist. There's rocks. I want to get the rocks. I'm not doing too shabby on the ore, though. I just also want to make sure, since my levels aren't maxed, that I'm still getting some work done on leveling the skills. But yeah, that's the only one I have is right there next to this tree, and then up on top of the hill near the shop. Those are the only two I have set up. But yeah, the next time I try and go inside the castle, I'm definitely going to set some up, because I wish I had done that when I was just screwing around trying to figure out how to get in and around in the castle. Couldn't do it either, but someone posted in the Discord that they did. Really? See? And I got like part of the way and I was like, nope. But some people are committed. And good for them. Whatever brings them joy, you know? And this game does reward you for going weird places. We have a crystal called Out of Boundium, for goodness sakes. So, it's obviously a reward for going out of bound. Yeah, too far for you. Yeah. But that's okay. It's fun, though. Fun watching other people, like what other people get into. The only thing I really don't care for, not that I'm gonna like throw shade or anything, personally I don't care for like data mining. I play Dreamlight Valley as well, and I have to make sure I skip past content where it's obvious people are data mining. I'm just like, I can't. Like, I want the surprises. But I'm not gonna say other people can't do it just because it's not my bag, you know? Like, there's a little piece of me that wishes they wouldn't, so I wouldn't have to avoid it at all, but... yeah, I like surprises. Yeah, gets tricky, for sure. Well, and especially when you're talking about, like puzzles and stuff, like, I don't mind looking information up, and I don't mind people telling... I've had to, like, kind of weigh how I really feel about people telling me stuff, and part of it is some games are now designed with that community aspect in mind, where they expect people to talk to each other, so sometimes they, you know, create things that are meant to be shared as opposed to discovered, which is hard for me to like get used to. And then the other factor is the fact that I stream. So if someone comes in and tells me something that I was, you know, kind of trying to figure out on my own, I have to just be prepared for that occasionally, and you know, just kind of get over myself a little bit. But sometimes if I'm struggling, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to be the person that figures it all out and sits there and does, you know, the endless experimentation, because I got too much going on in real life to spend hours figuring out some of that stuff. And thank goodness for the people that do have hours to figure some of that stuff out, because holy crap, sometimes it is so tedious to figure some things in games out. If in doubt, you spoil or anything. Well, and then I felt silly because I did that in the Discord. I posted a picture of my farming plots with the ether applied to them, and the fact that the rain clouds turn different colors. And then a bunch of other people started posting pictures of their ether infused watered farm plots, and I was like, oh, was this not a spoiler? Feeling such a dork. Being overly cautious. So, but again, I'm not like super savvy in Discord, so I don't know what people would consider a spoiler or not. But I don't mind being a dork. I don't mind feeling like a dork. It's fine. Learn and grow. And get over myself. All right. You know, I didn't even look on the hill to see if anybody was on the hill. It'd be a shame if someone was up there and I missed out on some profit and stuff. Oh well, it's fine. All right, but at least, you know, one day kind of gets us over the rough patch of figuring out how we do things again. Because even though I've been playing this game on another save, it's still kind of different to be back on the save, for sure. Never hurts to spoil something. It's kind of how I feel. Even though I also was like, oh. See, we can be more than one thing. We can feel awkward and still like it was probably fine to do it anyway. I don't think anybody's going to be like, why did you do that? Maybe they do. But if they want to feel that way, they can feel that way. I can't control that. All right. Well, I don't see Patch. So that's good. It's funny when I don't notice him. Like, there have been a few times where I'm like, oh, hey, Patch is here. I didn't go up the hill. I was like, wait, I'm missing a fairy. Okay. I need to drop off this cat. Where did the cat go? Are you here somewhere? I clicked on a cat while I was out running around. Okay, well, either it'll show up in the morning or it won't. And we'll figure it out tomorrow. Collect so much more stuff on the save. My other save will get there. I'm not gonna go mining over there, though. I'm just gonna go this way. So I can go get the other fairy that's over here. Well, fairies, I should say. Hello. And you nappy for funsies?
God, it was so dull in there. Now I'm shiny.
Now I'm shiny. So have you been playing for this game for a long time? Or did you recently get into it? I didn't even have any idea about this game. I was looking to incorporate a new game not that long ago and was pretty convinced it was going to be between two other games, and then discovered this one kind of looking at another game that I was interested in, and then looked at the recommendeds on Steam and just kind of happened across it and I was like, oh, this game seems like one of the, you know, a simulator game that I was looking at as far as, you know, have a shop, sell stuff. But it had more going on, and it also had that fantasy flair. So I was like, well, let's throw that in there and see what happens. And then absolutely fell in love with it. And it ended up winning. But I've since picked up the other two games because Steam had another sale. So eventually I will get those games going on as well. But there was an update, and I had to keep going on this. All right. How much money do I have? 9,000. I don't think I have enough for another shop upgrade yet, which is fine. I actually have completely forgotten what stuff I have to unlock. All right. But if I'm going to build a whole craft room, I might want to invest in some more crafting things, you know, machines. Not really long, maybe July or August, but then got busy and went back to it in September. Yeah, life has a way of taking over. That can be nice, though, especially with games that are getting regular updates, because it seems like Maverick is doing that for this game. Just keeping up on, if not major updates, at least regular updates for it, so that's really nice. But it makes you feel like when you get back to it, it's like, oh, there's all this new stuff now. So that's nice. Although if you see updates are coming out and you don't have time to play, it's like, oh, I want to go play. If real life could just chill out for a bit, that'd be great. Okay. So I think I am going to go the water route, especially if I could grab a couple of zip lines. Because I was really struggling with sizing the building up with getting to be able to place stuff and then get it back down. Because I had tested out all the little lights and I had put them high up on the wall. This used to be sized up bigger. And when I took the walls down, I didn't think about the fact that the lights would still be up. And then they were floating and I couldn't get to them. I had to get creative trying to get them put back in boxes and put away. Okay. And then I got a boxing tool. So nothing is crafted at the minute. I think I just want to take everything down. And I should have started up. See, it's at least smaller now. And I accidentally snatched that. Oh, I know exactly how I snatched that light out of the interior of the shop now. I know exactly how I did that to myself. Because I was just waving my wand around like a ding-dong and must have boxed it from outside, like through the window or something. Through this window. That's absolutely how that happened. Okay. So we'll go ahead and box that as well. Oh, you know what? I bet I needed to have that to put stuff away. Duh. I could decorate in the morning, though. It doesn't have to be tonight. It might be easier to do it in the morning because of the lighting. So I might do that and then wait to open my shop. And all of this stuff should theoretically get put away. Nope. Can I find the light? Nope. Oh, you know what, though? That means I won't craft anything overnight. Okay, go get the wand again. I'm being dumb. That's all right. We can be dumb. Yeah, we can be dumb. It's fine. That means I need the wand again. It's in here. So in my other save, I started putting everything into the wall. I actually really kind of like the look of that, so I think I might do that again here. Is it... Let's just look up this way. It's not in the storage. You didn't put it away. Okay, good job. Where the hell is it? I might have to forego crafting tonight if I can't. I don't want to schlep all of this stuff inside. Is it not these? Where is this? You're a door. Ugh. Oh, self-sabotage. Welcome to my stream where I self-sabotage for other people's entertainment. Okay. At least I can see... Oh, nope, that's the table. It should be right here, because I was right here when I took it down. Wall. Oh, damn it. I'm not taking all of this inside and doing that. We can lose a day of production. It's not going to kill us. We'll be fine. I just can't believe the wand isn't just sitting here, though. Yeah, see, this is all the stuff that was over here. It's the table. Yeah, I've already looked at all these. All right. Whale poo. I can at least water this stuff while I'm here. Actually, you know what? Do any of these need to be harvested? Ready to harvest. Awesome. That's nice. But yeah, I started sizing everything down and then sticking it all on the wall. Except for I started farming and I got terrariums and I've stuck them on a windowsill. Ooh. Did all of that get harvested? Nice. Oh, that's right, because I had to buy that one after the fact. Okay. Yeah, I kind of am thinking about, since I'm going to build a craft room on the water, was thinking about adding some floating platforms and putting, like, you know, we're thinking of it like a raft. We're not thinking of it like a building. I mean, it is still a building, but, like, not building on the ground. So that... Are you still stocking stuff? Oh, I know why you were stocking stuff. You were stocking stuff because I just harvested a bunch of stuff. All right, good job. Do I want to wait until this is done? Yeah, I'm going to wait if I'm going to build tomorrow. But I'm thinking of making, like, just a floor so that I can put all of my farming stuff on there. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and go to bed. And hopefully my wand will show up. Right, wand. Please go back into your container. So weird. I kind of expected the cat to have showed up, but maybe I accidentally double-clicked it? Maybe? Alright. Well, at least I returned the ceiling light to its home. Okay. Well, it did go back to its home like I needed it to. So that's good. Okay. Trying to decide all the stuff that I want to go with me. So I think I do want the hives to go. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and... I did this in my other save. I stuck my wand. Well, it's just the watering wand. Because in that save, I have my terrariums on this windowsill. Ugh. Oh, they're disappearing into the thing. Oh, no, they're not. Why can't I store? Is it storing things that are that disappeared into the ground? That must be what happened to my wand yesterday. It must have just gone into the ground. Days until harvest 1. I didn't water it. Ugh, dang it, woman. We're not smooth. I don't know what we're doing. Well, that's okay. It's all fine. Everything will keep. Another problem for playing multiple saves. I've forgotten how to do literally everything. Oh! Well, I didn't know it would box the one that was growing something. Now you know too. You're welcome. In case you were curious. Can I not box the wand? Weird. Okay. I'm going to put it on the floor so it doesn't disappear into the thing. Well, so much for watering it after the fact. Okay. That is all the building stuff. I'm not going to start the shop going just yet because I want to build this structure. Well, I guess I can put all my farm plots down here like I was wanting to do. Okay. How do I get to the thing? This is how I get to the thing. Is it considered furniture? It is. Now, I'm very curious just how this will work. Will it clip to the dock? change the rotate snap. That's not really flush. I would like for it to be... Will it not be flush? It doesn't seem like it wants to. Nope, that's not how we do stuff. Does it matter the angle that I open the box? Or is it always going to be a little screwy? It looks like it's always going to be a little screwy. Boo! Alright, which means I'm going to have to clip it. I don't like it. Oh, for a second I thought something was moving on the island and it was just my fairies. Okay, well if I can't make it flush with the dock, then I'm gonna have to do something different so it won't bother me. What are things called? Is it called a platform? It's called a riser. Yeah. That's what I want. I kind of want more than one of those. Maybe we can clip it in. Excuse me? Did that? Why is this one flush? Oh, it's not. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. That would be so irritating if one of the floor platforms did go flush with the dock and then the other one did not. Okay. And a pet teddy. Decoration. Yeah, I want to play with these signs too. But that's going to be when the shop gets decorated, not the craft space. I mean, theoretically, I could put them in the craft space as well. Now, I wonder how you change the carpets. Okay, I think I really only need just like one more. So that I can make it feel like it's meant to be crooked, as opposed to the fact that I don't like it being crooked. Ooh, stop. Ugh. Okay, so if we give them little spaces in between, then we don't have to deal with that weird clipping thing. Why won't you pick this up? Okay. Kind of misbehaving there for a second. It feels mostly center. All right, so now we can go ahead and do... How did I end up with 5 of those? Interesting. Nudge. Go. Well, and I was watching someone stream this not that long ago, and they were starting to use the shelving, like the display shelving, to try and put their crafting stuff on. Ugh, this angle sucks. Is there a way to change the angle so I can look at this different? Is that too much of a gap? It doesn't really look like too much of a gap. Okay. But then they were running into the same issue. He actually had flipped them around and put them backwards. And then I was like, oh, is that the secret way to try and put the crafting devices on shelving? And the answer was no. I don't like that that seam has got a flicker. Oh, that's better. Don't flicker. So fussy. Okay. That's not what I want. I want to see it from this angle, please. But no, the problem is that you start stocking the shelves instead of filling the containers. So, because I was like, ooh, I'm going to try it, and then it did not work. Is that going to be bothersome, that little flicker that I'm seeing? It's also a little crooked. Don't like that. Like, that's almost it. But not quite. Come on, man. It's messing with my eyes. Okay, maybe I'll go on this side and see if maybe I can get it from this side better. It's like either I get a flicker where it overlaps, or there's a little gap, or the lines aren't right. Because there's the gap. I was able to do it up on the ground, or the lines are wrong. And it's messing with my eyes. Maybe if I put a wall on it, it won't matter. Or maybe I'll sit here and fuss. This is going to be the whole stream now. How to get platforms to line up. I didn't have this much trouble when I was doing it on the grass. How annoying is this? I bet it's annoying. I could put carpets on the seams. Just hide them. It makes me feel like I'm not doing it quite right. Like there's something that I've gotten wrong. They really only seem to match one direction. Like that. But then there's a little gap. This one didn't leave a gap. It started, well, no, that's not true. There's like a little gap. Makes me feel like I'm not doing it right. Why is it behaving differently than it did on the dirt? Yeah, that's really bothersome for me. Okay. How can we fix it then? Can we put carpets on it and make it disappear? Can I put walls there and just be like, Well, I don't want walls on everywhere. So the seams in between, like, that's wrong too. Like, I can see it from a distance. Is it because they're not on the same level? Ugh. I don't like not being able to stand and look at it from a certain angle. Maybe it's my video settings. Maybe it's doing weird stuff because of that. I think I'm just gonna leave the gaps and just deal with it for now. And we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay. It's either that or screw around with it all day, and that's not... We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No, thank you. Oh. I have another wooden riser? Really? Okay, I think I want 2 doors, though. I think I want a door here and a door out the other side. And then we can figure it out. Oh, nope, please don't. At least these ones I can get on the corner. Like, I can stand from this side to see them, you know? Because the platforms are a little bit harder to see because of, like, the angle. But if I stand here, I can see the corner and the line down the wall. So that's helpful, at least. Oh, that's right. I kind of have to do this one from this side. Oh. In order to see the corner. There we go. So much faster than the floor. So either I didn't notice that the floor was behaving like that before, or something has changed being on the water. Nope. Is it really that far forward? Stop. Nope, it is not that far, or it is not that far back, I should say. But it doesn't seem like it's that far forward, is it? I guess it must be. Weird. Okay, but I want a door here. Oh, that's a ceiling, though. We'll see. We'll see what I want to do about it. Turn. Nope, it needs to be this corner. Sure. Maybe. I don't know. Nope. Yep. Okay, if I want to turn that into a door, I kind of want to do... So which one's the problem? Is it this one? Or is it a problem because of the flooring? No. Is it this one that's the problem? Okay. Is it that? No, I'm in the wrong board. Can I see it from outside? I can't tell if that's part of the exterior walls or if it's the end of this interior wall. I can't tell. I've got a gap here too. Okay, what else has a gap that's gonna bother me? Is it just that? Okay, we'll fix that then. Yeah, see? It's overlapping that. We cover it in vines, no one will notice. There we go. All right, I have another riser, but I kind of feel like I want a riser here and not a ceiling. Maybe I should ask people if there's like a setting I can fix to make it not things not flicker while clipping into each other. Because I have no idea. And it's not my forte to figure that stuff out. Like, I'm just not as savvy. I mean, I could probably sit there and dick around with it for a while, but if someone else has just like, oh yeah, just turn this one thing off or on that I don't have set, it might be as simple as that, you know? Like, there are some things I know, and then there's other settings that I'm just like, well, that's news to me. I don't know what the heck to do about that. Decoration. I need a second riser and a second door. So I need another one of those, and then I need another one of those, and then we're gonna do this. Should I get a zip line? It's not terribly far. I don't want to get it yet. Partially because I like flying. I could put my farming on top. And that might be motivation to put a zipline. See, none of this looks clippy. Oh, there still looks like a gap, though. But I could put my farm plots all up here. Make it a double-decker situation. Well, let's do what I was going to do. So, how do I do that? I do it by doing this. And then I'm going to drop you here for now. And then I'm going to get a riser out. I'm going to get both the risers out. I think it's funny that I had two. I didn't really realize I did. And then I want another one of these. Okay, so this one's going to go here. Maybe that's why I had reduced my sensitivity down to deal with this. But see, if I do that, it pops it to me, and I don't like that. I would like to be able to keep it, you know, where I want to keep it while looking at it from a different angle. I don't know if that's making any sense, but that's what I wish it would do. I wish if I stood here that the platform would stay over here so that I could adjust this corner from up close, but it won't do that. And it's just me getting used to how it works, you know? But it is kind of like, please let me. Okay. Just gonna have to be how it's gonna have to be. I'll just cope with it. It's fine. Definitely tricky. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone, because I'm just like, this gap is pissing me off. Well, maybe it is the sensitivity. Maybe that's why I wasn't having trouble last week. Please let me. I don't like it for... Excuse me. Let me do the thing. That is not it. 0.1. There we go. But yeah, I don't like the popping to me. Or maybe it's the fact that it's on the water. Maybe it's just being a pain in the ass because of that. Yeah, I can't get it to be any... I can't get these lines to line up without this gap. It either flickers or the lines are wrong. So I'm just going to leave the gap because those other two things bother me more. It's like when you only have 3 options. You go with the one that bothers you the least. Put a rug on it. I should put a rug on it. If you like it, then you should have put a rug on it. If you don't like it, you should have put a rug on it. I could do that. Okay, I gotta change that sensitivity back because, yeah, for just running around, I don't care for this. Oh, that's not how we do things. Oh, Lord. Okay. So. Nope. There we go. Apply. Okay. So the only one in here that's going to bother me is this one. And then the only one out here is this one. So let's go ahead and put... Is this enough space for all of my plots? I don't know if that's true. So that would be... Is it under furniture? I think it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and do... Oh god, I have 18. This is not enough. I'm gonna need more. Huh. Oh, because it's floating? That might make it... Yeah. Okay. Well, it makes me feel better knowing that I'm not, like, having problems. Like, it's not a me thing. It's just a how it functions thing. Okay. I think I need a couple more risers. Oh, you know what a zipline would help with? Going back. Okay. Because I was just thinking about getting to it and not getting back to the house. Not house. Shop. Alright. I will go ahead and grab a zipline. Because I don't have to take it both directions. How many more risers am I going to want? At least 2. And maybe I should go ahead. Maybe I should look and see what the new rugs are. Okay. So we'll get these. And then... Oh, I'll pay all the bills. Okay, upgrades. Decorative books. I haven't gotten that far yet. The Mothlight Grove. The Grove's witches, distant kin to the famed cat witches and moon wizards of old, Provide decorations imbued with magic and a hint of feline mischief. It's not the rugs, but also gimme. The Snug Rugs. Known for their warm designs, the Snug Rugs offer recolored rug sets full of charm. Well, that's that one. Okay, we're not looking at the stuff I can't have yet. And do I need anything else from up here at the minute? Order of Gardening 2. Yep. Okay. So... How many seeds do I need then? Ooh, what? Look at that terrarium. There's more. Damn it. There's new terrariums. And new seeds. Okay, so I knew that. So there are currently 5 seeds. And how many different varieties of ether? It's like 8 at the moment. So that's 40 plots. I have 18 and 18, so that's 36. If I do 2 of these each, it won't be even distribution, but it'll let me see them. So let's do that. And then I will have... Oh no, I need more than that. Because I need 1 of each. I was thinking of just the plain variants. So not the ether-based ones. So that's 9 things, right? That's how much I have at the moment, yes? Oh, I have more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't. I have 9. So 10. So 10 times 5 is 50. Ooh, that's pricey. Do I really want to get 10 more things? 5 and 5, that's what? Oh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I don't have to do them all at once. We can be patient. Even though we want all of the things, gimme now. Okay. Okay. Rugs. To hide my shame. To hide my flooring shame. What? Purple witch's hat. Cauldron of Blord. Those are cute. Okay, I can't spend all my money on new decorations yet, though. Green rug. Green square rug. I think I need the green rug. For sure. And inside the house, I might do... I'm going to do the violet square rug, just for funsies. And then for inside the shop, we'll do a blue circle rug. And then we'll try at least one of each, you know? For funsies. So there's that. And then we'll toss these in here. Oh, and a zip line. Witchy kitties, I know. I'm worried about spending money on the pretty stuff and then going, oh crap, I just want this many more plots or whatever. Oh, I didn't even buy the seeds. That's crafting. So I'm going to go ahead and do, not that the seeds are terribly expensive, but I don't remember how many of the other seeds I have as they go flinging off. Okay. Let's see. Seed. Okay. I could use at least one more of each of the others before we get too far into everything. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, it's like the farm plots. I don't mind those having a gap, but I did try and line them up right next to each other, and when I did that, they were doing that kind of flickering thing. Zip line. And so That's in here. And that's in transportation. I haven't tried the bounce blobs yet either. But, what was I just saying? Oh, but the farm plots being, like, having a little gap is not as bothersome, you know? But I did not want them to sit there and just flicker at me. Okay, I have to be able to see the other zip line from wherever the heck I put this one. Oh, I should have put it up there. On top of the building. I could always move it later. And we'll size it up. Even though it looks kind of weird on the dock like this, but for now, we were looking for function, not form. I have it turned the wrong way. I think. Yeah, I want it facing this way. Are you too close to the oop? That is a yes. It is too close to the oop. Get up here. Oh, is it? I don't look at the ball. All right, can I hit that? Yes. Fantastic. Functioning the way it should. Whee. And theoretically, I could still do this. All right. So, some risers. Oh. Oh, I almost was close enough to get the music here. I should have... Okay. I'm a sucker for the island's music. Maybe I should build my craft shop over there so I can come down here and get jazzy with it. While I guess it's not really jazz, but dance around while I'm crafting. Because that's the kind of dork we are. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't get 2 rugs. I should have gotten 2 rugs. So I forgot the fact that I was extending this. That's okay. We'll see how big it is. I have no idea. And I'm assuming I can size it up. Oh, see, it doesn't matter. I can just do this. Because honestly, the vertical lines don't bother me that much. It's the horizontal one that's driving me crazy. And we can make it crooked. We can just lean into the weird. Maybe not. I actually do make a point of doing wonky lines when I'm doing my Dreamlight Valley builds, though. No. It's this button. I was like, wait, I want to change the... Oh, no. Can you not make the rugs be square? Oh, yeah, you can. I was like, who chose that? But it was just me being weird. It's so hard to see. Like, I almost wish this was a different mode, you know? Where you could have, like, an up-above view. Because it's hard to see all of the points that I want to try and line up from this angle. Maybe I should put that on my... Because I want it centered, and it's not centered. So I need it to be on that line, is what I need it to be on. It's probably as about as centered as it's going to get. But I'm going to put that on my... I'm going to write that down, though. Teddies... like a build mode for more like refined adjustments, you know? Because right now, like, it's a little, it could probably go over just a little bit more, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. And then I'm going to put the other rug in here. How about that? Do that. It's the violet one. Did I get that right the first time? Pretty close. Not too bad. All right. It's now covered in rugs. Okay. Love a build mode and ability to toggle snapping. Yes. I love a good snap tool. That would be amazing. Oh, I'm going to add that to my little build mode. Plus snap tool. All right. Now, whether or not I actually remember to put it in the Discord anytime soon, that's another thing. But I write it down so that theoretically I will remember it beyond the stream because of my squirrel brain not holding on to all of the things I think. I don't know if that makes sense, but I know what I mean. Okay, so terrariums. I want to see what these ones look like. Oh. Before it starts getting a little crazy. Okay, those are the original ones. This one, I want to see you. Look how cute that is. So cute. Do they have... Okay, so the gem is on two sides. Okay, okay. Does that any kind of indicator, I wonder? Guess we'll find out. All right, and then... Mostly function. Okay, I kind of want to see them next to each other just to see... like size and stuff like that. I haven't done any sizing. Okay. It's kind of, those would be 2,500. I like the variety. I like that the landscape inside is different too. Like it's, oh, it's like a little desert in there. How cute. It's got a little cactus. And then this one's like a craggy mountain. I like that. I like the fact that they're different. That's nice. Okay, so my next question is am I going to have to size things down to fit? I suppose I could have put the door over there. It's fine. It can be simple for now. We can make ourselves a little box and be fine. You know what I should do is I should put farm plots down so that I have... because that's going to take up more space. I'm probably going to have to size things down. Just thinking about how many need to fit. They're so cute when they're tiny. How do they look in... oh. How do they look inside the wall? I don't like the terrariums as much inside the wall. You know what I wish we... well, the plants don't really grow into, like, lots of foliage. Which I think would be kind of cool if the plants got leafy as they grew bigger. But if you could put farm plots on the ceiling and then have leafy things growing, I think that would be really cool. Can you put these on the ceiling? Yeah, but it's not cool. Like if they were upside down. You know how the little like gem crafty things, you could put those on the ceiling and they invert. Okay, farm plots. Do I want to go ahead and buy 10 more of those? Kinda. I feel like I should put the bill and get it done. Okay. This is going to be my whole stream today. How to be indecisive while building. Disconnect. I should feed the Orling. He's getting pretty large now. Not as large as some people. Some people have humongous Orlings. And a pet teddy. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to buy 5 more of each of them. And we're just going to spend all the money, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. I love that it's like popcorn. When you buy a bunch of stuff in the window, and it's just like, boing, boing, boing. Can things pop out and fall outside? I haven't bought so much stuff that it has gotten way out of control, but I've always wondered if things will go popping out here, you know? I feel like they don't. But I don't know. I don't know that for a fact. I'm sure somebody has tested it. I have seen some people's empty crate stashes where it looks like they're trying to break things. I really don't need to do it from up here, do I? Okay. Which means I'm going to have a lot more of the terrariums than I'm going to have of the farm plots, but that's okay. So, let's do... Nope. Oh, that's not how we do things. Nope. That's still not how we do things. Okay, I need that. Still not how we do things. Stop doing that. Stop hitting the T button. This is the other problem with playing too many freaking games at the same time. Because all of the different buttons do different stuff. Oh. Ah, yes. To the Twitch side, I see. I'm usually trying and post that in the Discord that I'm on both. But I was too excited and also had a lot going on and just posted the link to YouTube. The YouTube thumbnail's a little bit cuter. Not that people don't know what Teddy's Haven looks like, but there's no Twitch thumbnail. But yeah, I keep thinking I'm gonna simplify and just switch everything over to YouTube, and then I keep having reasons to not do that. So I just keep multi-streaming until something presents itself that makes more sense than just overthinking everything. Use Twitch more? Ah, nice. Okay. Yeah, I need to start working on emotes again. At some point. I started to ages ago and then never continued with it. I keep starting and then having different ideas and then researching those ideas and then trying to start. Anyway. Again with the overthinking. It is one of our favorite pastimes here. Okay, I need farm plots. Is it plots? Yeah. Gardening plot, not farm plot. I'm glad I didn't search for farm. Okay. Boy, they're all cute when they're tiny. You know what, though? I kind of want to... I don't need to make everything look cute for... Whoa. Actually, you know what? I want to reset the value. I don't want it to be a weird size. I want them to be uniform. I kind of want to just experiment with, like, how things look over here as opposed to fussing about making it look perfect right out of the gate. You know? Because I could fuss for way too long. Yeah, it's fine. 18. We could make it 3 rows of 6. And honestly, I feel like every game starts with a little bit of hodgepodge. Okay, I'm gonna put you here so that I can make you line up with this. Like when you start an RPG and you look like you found all of your clothes in a bin somewhere because nothing goes together and some of it looks like it's made out of scraps, and it's like that. It looks like a hot mess until you make it look cute. My husband and I are playing Nightingale right now, and I feel like I need to go make some dye and at least dye all of my clothes to look the same color. All right. Oh my. No, I don't want to do it like that. I want to do it like this. It's easier to see it. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so much freaking gardening. I thought, what was it, 36 was a lot. I didn't quite double it by making it 50. And this is even before I make it cute. Wonder if I could make everything giant at some point, because I feel like I'm going to make everything kind of, well, not everything, because these farm plots I'm not sizing down at the moment, but make everything super tiny, but then also make everything giant. We'll go through our phases of resizing everything. Okay, now I need to finish the terrariums. Yeah, these are going to look super messy right now. Yeah, that's not how we spell terrarium. I also don't know the math of everything yet, you know? Which is one of the components to making things pretty, is understanding how much stuff will fit in a space. Evenly, you know? Now, does the end start with one like that? It does. Okay, I've got one of those left. I've got two of those left. Can we stick one more here? Kind of. I feel like I messed up the spacing somewhere, but that's not terribly surprising either. Oh. You can put it on top of boxes to get things to levitate. Okay. That's the other thing, too, is I'm not familiar with enough of the manipulation tactics it could use to make things behave in different ways than was originally intended. Like, I wouldn't think to use this as a component for making structures different sizes. This box. But I'm sure somebody out there has totally used that as a tactic to make things behave in different ways than expected. Interesting. Okay. How many of those original terrariums do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Okay, well, it's gonna be a mess then. That's fine. I was like, maybe we can make it kind of even on the other side, even if it's not the same pattern, but the answer is no. The answer is no. That's fine. I didn't know I'd get more terrariums, though, to be fair. I thought it was just the farm plots and the terrariums that were with the original seeds. So that's a fun little surprise. Is that enough space? It's fine. It's almost like I planned something, but not really. Not really. Kind of feel like I should size these down. Oh, excuse you. There might be more. What? Okay, well then it's even better that it's wonky right now if there might be more. Well, and then the advantage I have is that I have a second save going on that I can, you know, use information to apply to that one, and I can kind of leapfrog my understanding where it's like I build a little here and it looks really weird, and then I build a little there and it looks a little better, and then whatever I learn from there I can then apply to here later. Did I not have another one? I thought I had another one of those available. Do I not? Weird. I thought I did. Okay, well. It's even more uneven than I had thought it was going to be. Alright. You have rearranged several times? Yeah. Yep, it's all fluid for sure. You just kind of have to go. Oh! Is it because I have this extra over here? Oh, and look! I even screwed up the pattern I was doing over here. That's funny. I'm not going to fix it. It's not happening. Okay, so seeds and ether. And then we can start regular... No, we can't because I still haven't done the inside. Dang it. Let me just do this first part, and I'm going to think about how I want to deal with it. Okay. So then we have 10 of each. Oh, Lord. 2, 3. Oh, I don't need to count this first one. This first one is going to get emptied. Okay. Destruction? Devastation, not destruction. But close enough. How do I have 2 of these? Oh, I know exactly how I have 2 of those. Okay, good for me. Good job, brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Will it let me put a second one in the one that's already planted? It will not. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the other factor I have to deal with is how am I going to keep it organized when I actually am dealing with all the ethers? Because I guarantee you I'm going to screw it up. Guarantee you. I don't even have enough of that one. I only have 9. Okay. I already see a flaw in my system. How do I drop this? R. Different buttons for different games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was already going to have problems with where things needed to get put together. No, we're good. I was like, wait, did I math wrong? But I might have, but it's not the math wrong that I'm thinking I might have mathed wrong. So we're good. Is that all the seeds? Okay, so that must be 9 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? No, I must have missed a seed here somewhere. This one. This one's empty. Okay. But that's okay. I'm going to try and keep things grouped in 10s. Oh, I put those closer together than the other ones. Wouldn't mind having at least a little bit of a gap. And this one can be empty for now. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so this is 6. And then we can do 1, 2. We're not going to get the same kind of gap here, but that's okay. 4. Okay. Ooh. Thank you very much. Don't mind me as I'm like trying to use big brain thinking while I'm also making a hot mess of my farming situation. Okay. Oh, milkweed. I haven't done the milkweed at all yet. Okay, so I only have 2 more sections, which is good. I appreciate the follow or sub, depending on... I'm not looking at my thing. Activity somewhere. Ah, yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oop. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some shelving, though. Or some ways... I've seen people use tables. But, like, some utility shelves or something like that. Something that are the non-selling shelves. Because I do find myself wanting to put things up. So that would be nice. Okay. Seeds? No, I already have them out. Right? I have the milkweed seeds out. They're pretty in the bottle. I'm gonna have so much watering to do. Holy cow. That's the end of that, though, yeah? Okay. Sometimes when the seed doesn't go away right away in the bottle, I'm just like, wait, did I miscount? Because that's always a possibility. One more. Sundew. I'm also really looking forward to when I finally can start putting my... I mean, I could start now with putting the produce and stuff in kind of different... Like, either picking a colorway or picking, like, all the same things go together kind of way. But I am looking forward to getting to that stage. I saw somebody had done rainbow, like a rainbow with all of their produce, and I was just like, I'm into that. Okay. Left the bottles. Right? I was thinking that earlier. I was like, my goblin brain wants to make like little, like hanging bottle things. You can put them in the windows. All right. Ether next. I feel like I should have more than... No, you know what? If I had a boxing thing down here, I would inevitably box up all of the platforms and not actually box up the seeds. That's how that would go for me. So maybe it's better to not have a boxing thing down here. Okay, I need to water stuff, so that is a wand. And we'll just stick it on the floor for funsies. This is going to be so much watering. Does the watering get faster? I think it does. Yeah, that seems faster than my other save. Like wind chimes? Yeah! Especially if they could, like... You know how the ore is really shiny? Kind of have a similar effect with the glass in the sunlight? It'd be so pretty. And to be fair, many people who are into fantasy stuff definitely have a little bit of goblin brain going on, where they want the trinkets and the shinies and the things that, you know, the collectible thingies. And then they want to put them hanging from stuff and putting stuff inside them. Yeah. All right. I don't even know how long we've been streaming. This game does that to me. So normally my stream is only about 3 hours long, although I will say lately it's been leaning more towards closer to 4 hours, depending on the structure of my actual real life day. Oh, this one doesn't have anything in it, but that's okay. It can have some water anyway. But that means that ideally I will take a break at about an hour and a half into the stream, just so that I can remember to stretch and get a snack and do all the, you know, real life body need kind of things. But lately this game has been making me not take my breaks. Making me not take my breaks, because I'm like, oh, I could do this and oh, I could do that. And then 2 hours later, I haven't moved. So I'm going to have to figure out when to squeeze my break in here soon, because my body's like, excuse me, you need some stuff. My left knee's been giving me trouble lately. Oh, I didn't put the ether in yet. Okay, but that's okay, because you can do it at any time. I love that. I love that the ether can go in at any time. You don't have to make sure you put it in before the seeds. And I am super grateful for that, because I am notorious for not putting fertilizer on plants before I plant the plants. Self-care first. Mm-hmm. Shiny. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe I should do that. No, I'm going to finish the plants first. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I not grab that one? I don't think so. My Lunacite ether is a low. Low. All right. Do I have one already? Oh, I did. I pushed the wrong button again. Okay. 1, 2. 4. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I think it does a double click. Okay. There are 5 seeds. Okay. That one's done. 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I did it in the one that's not growing anything. Now, will it stay there indefinitely? You know what? I should probably just get the seed, even though that means things are going to be uneven for ages. I could always correct it later. Yeah. I think sometimes it registers things like I double click and I don't. But I need a better system eventually for this, so that I don't have to think so hard about how I am putting stuff in. I have a feeling once I have a little bit more stock of everything, that maybe I can grow things in bulk, like do all of one ether and then the next round do the next ether, something like that. but I'll just have to figure out what's gonna make my brain the happiest to try and keep it organized. Maybe signs. Maybe signs will help me do that. Just label everything. Like, don't grow anything here except for this type of crop with this type of ether. I don't know. Sometimes I like developing new systems, and other times I'm just like, I don't know if I have the patience for that right now. Okay. I do still have one more. I was like, wait a second. How did I add wrong? That one's already got something in it. Okay, I think we're doing okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go get that last seed. What is planted over here? Oh, and I did it out of order. See, this is how we screw ourselves up. We do the same thing over and over and over again, and then we change it up, and then we're like, wait a second. How? Why? All right, what's in here? It won't tell me. I don't have to have this for it to tell me. What's in here? Emerald leaf. Okay. Good job. Excuse me? Oh, it didn't have the prompts. That was weird. Where did my... That was odd. That the prompts were gone. Emerald leaf. Don't get distracted by the fact that things are weird. Okay. I should have known that this was going to take me all day. Or at least a significant amount of time. I should know better. All right. Everything is watered. Everything is ethered. Everything looks like a hot mess out here, but that's okay. That's okay. Functionality over form today. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my break. So I need to turn this music down. But I gotta go probably grab a sneaky snack, use the bathroom, do all of the things. Don't forget to, well, I guess you're on Twitch now. But if there's anybody lurking or whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whenever you are, follow, subscribe, like, do all of those things. I will take a break. If you are here when I get back, thank you so much. If not, have a lovely day, night time, wherever you are, whenever you are. And I will be back in a few minutes. Back. I had one more bite, so I was like, quick, chew it. All right. Ugh. My back went snap, crackle, pop. I spent a significant portion of time yesterday putting final touches, well, not final touches, the mid touches on my cemetery outside. So I think my back is like, excuse me. And then the day before was when we were putting in our tombstones. Did we put tombstones in the same day I put in the fence posts? I don't know. It's all a blur now. But, yeah. So my body is in a little bit of a, you just exerted yourself a bit, right? kind of state. But that's okay. We got some other last minute stuff to put in today. And then get to see it in its final state with the fog machine going. Even just the way it is now with the fog machine was pretty cool looking last night. Although just a little bit of wind picks up everything. And I'd really like to try some different kinds of fog juice for the machine to see if I can find any that will cling to the ground more. But of course, everybody's claims are, this one's the best or that one's the best or whatever. So I'll just have to experiment till I find the one I like the best. All right. All right, now we have to do the rest of the stuff inside. I'm curious about, let's see, I've got why do I only have one stored? Did they all disappear into the ground and therefore I can't get them until tomorrow? I kind of want to put these out here. So we'll put the one we have available there right now. And then the cheese barrows look very cute. Although this icon does not now match what they look like in real life anymore. So that's interesting. I'm going to stick them in the walls for now, since there's not really a shelving situation. It looks about the same distance apart. How long? You know what? I didn't check. I didn't check to see how long everything took to grow. All right. Now I need... Yeah, I think I need to invest in some more of these. What I want to know is, do these actually stick through to the other side? They do. Okay, that's good to know. Do they stick through the wall if I make them tiny? Oh, a little bit. Does that mean these are sticking through the other side? They are. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some soul searching on this. How do I deal with this factor? Oh, and thank you. And thanks for sticking around. Ooh, ivy. That's a good call. I thought about double walls, too. Whoa! Wrong way. A little bit of big bar stuck in my tooth. Those don't look even. Why is this one? Move. All about covering stuff, rugs, ivy. You know, it seems like a solid solution for sure. And it gives you more reason to use stuff in creative ways. It's one of those... using things that seem like they're a negative and turning it into a positive. Just gonna leave it there for now. I'm not gonna fuss. I'm not gonna fuss terribly. I'm gonna stop myself. See, I say it out loud so that theoretically I will pay attention and, like, listen to myself. It's under furniture. Okay, I'm still missing these. Yeah, look at that. They don't clip exactly the same way either. These two seem to, but these two are very different. Did I get them crooked? Is that the problem? Maybe that's the problem. Well, maybe not. Okay, it's fine. It just has to be functional today. Lord. I also wouldn't mind getting some more of these going on. Because these are all still the original ones that I purchased when I started crafting anyway. Yeah, that one on the end is different. One of these things is not like the other. Odd. Okay, don't. Just chill. It's fine. There was another one. The spinning wheel. Oh, and then I've got the crystal stuff. I guess this is also teaching me exactly, like, what is going to give me the business, you know? As far as decorating challenges, if I use the wall situation. I even thought about trying to figure out how to make, like, there's, you can take the riser and you can stick it up higher on the wall and then it sticks out both sides. Maybe I should, like, and thought about doing that as a shelf. But I'm gonna have to fuss with that. Because I have used that, but usually games have, like, half walls, half floors, quarter stuff. Valheim has some half situations and Grounded has some half situations, and I use that to make my own shelving for a bazillion chests in those games. But this one really doesn't have that, so you'd have to kind of make it do that. So I'll have to mess around a bit. Okay, what else do I have? The crystal stuff. The crystal stuff can actually just go on the wall like it is. Yeah, I don't know. They stick out really far, though. But maybe if I size them down and then put them on a full-size wall. And if they're interior walls, I won't have to worry. Because the problem I was having was that I was trying to put it on an exterior situation. I'm just going to leave these their regular size for now. Because I don't want to fuss too terribly long. I would like to get to look at some of the decorative elements, too. Because since we bought them, you know, might as well look at them. Hey, Bama, how you doing? And just a reminder that if you see chat that you cannot see in your own stream, it's probably because I am chatting with someone on the other platform. Both YouTube and Twitch. All right. All right, Bama. So I started playing Palia. I blame you. Okay, is that all my crafting stuff? I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know if I've got Discord in all of its glory. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I wasn't sure if it displayed. I thought I turned off the setting for it to display games, but I don't know if it is or not. But in case you saw me playing it. You play a lot of Palia, do you, Saren? So Bama is on the YouTube side of things, and she frequently enables me to pick up games or tells me about stuff or other content creators, or she's an enabler. So she's been on me recently to play Palia, and I've been resisting because I'm like, I don't know if I have time to add another game. I feel like that's 7 games right now that I have. They're not all active at the same time, but I do have things going on in 7 different games right now, and so it's just like... But yes, I did go ahead and pick it up and see if I could, like, start getting into it, and yeah, I knew it was dangerous. I will... Let's see. I'll put it in chat. I will put it in both. In case people are interested. But I don't know how often I'm gonna get to play. Just because, you know, I've got time squeezy things happening all the time. But yes, I thought about getting Yaya in there too. But I will have to figure out how to coordinate with Yaya a bit. I don't think I'm going to stream it though. I think I'm going to have to play it in my in-between times. I know, right? And the list grows. The list grows. Like, did you see Rymanora streaming this morning, Bama? The new Tavern Keeper game that she was playing? Okay, I need to craft while I'm talking. It really doesn't matter, right? I don't have, like, anything that's uber urgent for stocking purposes, right? Maybe some... That's one of the lower ones. But yes, I just started a couple days ago. No, I started on Friday because that was the day that my husband started playing Battlefield 6. And so I was like... Well, this is the perfect time to play because if he's going to be playing something else, but I don't know how often he's going to be playing it when I am also home because his work schedule is usually early mornings. So he has all day while I'm at work to... Do I want my other destruction thingy in here? I think I do. Yes. That's why I had 2. I mean, who wants to have to run, like, 12 feet one direction just to put stuff in a destruction thing? You want to have one everywhere you need it. So I don't know if he's going to be playing Battlefield 6 when I'm not here, or if he's going to play it while I'm here, and then I can go over and play Palia. Didn't see Rye. Yeah, I was not fully conscious. I just kind of lurked for, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 minutes and then was like, okay, I have to go do other things with my brain now that my brain is kind of gaining some consciousness. But it's always a gamble because if it's a game I'm not familiar with, the temptation might be there. Seems like there's a lot of potential for customization by the player for decoration. I don't know if that's a forever thing or if it's because the game isn't out until November, but the demo is available. And she said there was some extra, like, decorating stuff going on. So, it looks cute, though. It's a tavern game. Fruit. Right? Have I started making the winter fruits? I think I have. Is there anything I am missing? Lunabright. Okay. Mirthshade. Scarletip. And that's... Oh, no, that's the jam. I do have that. Okay. Why is my brain thinking there was one in there? Okay, we're good. So that one's... No. Get out. Okay, so those are the only 2. So I can go ahead and grab 2 of each of those. Lunabright. Mirthshade. Okay. Alright. But yes, I wanted to kind of give it a sneaky couple of days to see if I like it before. I mean, you know. you potentially could have seen it because of Discord, but but yes, I have not played an MMO in so long. It's nice that it doesn't feel like it would be a lot of high pressure stuff. One of the things, I used to play Lord of the Rings online years ago when I had a completely different life. I didn't own my house yet, didn't have a full-time job yet, didn't have kids yet. You know, I had a lot more wiggle room and freedom. So it could be like literally my whole life out of work if I really wanted it to be. So it's a lot different now, but that game doesn't seem like, you know, there's a lot of pressure, especially if you have like big raids and stuff you need to do in MMOs, and I'm just like, I don't have the capacity to participate in some of that stuff. It seems like it's, you know, very low-key. Tons of quests, though. Holy crap. Palia is the least MMO-feeling MMO game. Fair enough. But yes. And it's cute. And honestly, originally when I was looking at it, I thought maybe my husband and I might play it. But I don't think it's going to be his jam. It's a lot of... It sounds like it's a lot of fetching. Which, you know, for the vibe I'm looking for in the game like that, at this moment in my life, I'm down. And I like the fact that there's hunting, even if there's not, like, combat. Because I do like having an element of that in games. Sometimes some of the cozy games, I'm like, okay, I need a little bit more action, you know? And I needed something with Ether was really low. The Lunareth, I could probably do that. So that's one. Star Shard is looking a little low, maybe. So we'll do that. It's 2. Can't get your husband to play it? The Palia tip. Try and finish the temple quest so you can have full access to the Elderwood. I did see a lot of people talking about the Elderwood. So that's interesting, the temple quest. Yeah, I believe I have one. I just got my glider. So I should be able to do a little bit more with that. That one looks a little... Fernbright. That's 3. Dragon's Blood. Okay, that's 4. Alright. But having a separate craft room should allow me to have some more expansion, especially if I can start figuring out, like, layout stuff. But yeah, I don't think he would be really into it, because I think he'd want... Like, he doesn't require fighting in a game, but I don't think the things that he's really into are, like, progress and then upgrade stuff and tweak those upgrades and figure out how to have new spell combinations, or, you know, and new gear combinations and things that increase this thing over here, you know, upgrade your armor so that it does... you know, this to this one skill that then affects this. He likes doing all of that stuff. And that stuff I find exhausting sometimes. So sometimes he's sitting there messing with all that stuff when we play a game. Like Diablo is a perfect example. And I'm just like, I want to go hit stuff. Please let me go hit things. I got a big sword. But we don't have to play all of our games together. We just game together quite a bit. So... it's nice that he just got that new game for himself so that I have something else too. I just don't know how often. I told him I wouldn't mind having at least one night a week where we can, you know, sit in the same room, but we can play separate games. We don't necessarily have to play the games together. I don't know exactly what night that will be, but, you know, we'll have to figure that out. Look how pretty these look. They're all glowy. These are the upgrade to the cheese crafting. But yes. Well, and it's funny because I actually found a flow tree and I didn't have any way to chop it down. So I was like, I'm just gonna walk away from this because I'm sure I'll get in the swing of talking about, you know, oh hey, announce the thing over there. But I was like, I'm not gonna be able to harvest this. I'm just gonna go. Because it was like within like an hour or two of playing, I was like, uh-oh. See, that could be used to an advantage. Having these particular stick through the wall, because you could use them as lighting. Like mood lighting. Not that it's actually effective lighting, just the fact that it is pretty. Okay. Oh, wool. Okay. But at least now I know what the flow trees look like, because that was my other fear, was like, am I going to commit some faux pas because I don't know what things look like? And then after I saw the flow, I confirmed it by Googling. I was like, okay, I have to go look for that ore too. It starts with a P. Is it palladium or something like that? Or is that a term from a different game? Let you know? Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a regular time that you play, or just whenever you feel like it, or whenever somebody else is on? I didn't know if you had like a Tuesday night is my Palia night or something like that. Okay. I think that's everything in there. Okay. Do I want to put experimental decorations in here? I didn't purchase anything. Yeah, the prompt is gone from my zipline. Oh. And what happens when you take the little prompt away? I forget what buttons do anything. Okay. So let's look at the decoration stuff that I just got. And Pet Teddy. And... Alright. But yeah, were you telling me that the decorating stuff, there's a quest really early that's like, go look at other people's stuff. And I was like, holy crap. Some of those houses are insane. I'm probably going to have a shack for ages. I might paint the walls. Actually, I already have painted the walls. So, okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for decoration. So what did we get besides the rugs? I wouldn't mind trying a sign just to see what it looks like. These are all the plants that I've already gotten some of. Then I already had the lights. Okay, where are they? Tabletop candle, metal chandelier, tabletop candle holder, fancy wall-mounted candle, small table, another small table? A purple witch's hat, a bench ottoman, and a ottoman chair. Oh, I like the fact that the hats are not just two different colors. All right, well, let's grab the hats. And I'm going to grab the Cauldron of Titan. And I'm going to grab one of these. I'm going to go ahead and do Salem Moon Whisper. A faithful reproduction of the mystical Salem Moon Whisper. Okay, and then we've already looked at some of the rugs. Okay. So we'll throw these down, but not with, like, particular intention at this moment. We'll put you over. Oh! It moves! What? I thought it was going to be like a plushie. I didn't expect it to move. Can I pet you? No. Okay. I was like, wait. I was surprised. All right. Oh, I wish this would turn. So you could hang the witch hats on the wall? Okay. You put that on Teddy. Teddy could have a witch hat. All right, I'm going to put this on the windowsill then, since I don't really have any tables right now. That was cute. Right now playing in the evenings and working on the Halloween bundles. Ah, yes. And then that is what I spend most of my time in on Palia. Plot is still always in disarray. Some people's houses were freaking amazing. I'm sure it took hours and hours of just accumulation and... Anyway. Also trying to get your cooking up for more recipes. Yeah, I got the quest from... I don't remember any of the characters' names yet. Ooh, that's interesting. If you shrink it down, it glows. Interesting. And then the level of the fluid changes inside, it looks like, almost. Like at the top, it almost looks like it's lower down. Huh. We could make little footlights. Oh, and it reflects on the walls? Oh, I kind of wish it would do more. That's interesting. I kind of like the fact that it glows like that, though. But yeah, I got the quest from the kid from the... Okay. He's the guy that gives you the smelter at the beginning. His kid requests stuff for the event. So I got that quest, where it's like, I need all this stuff to honor my mom. And then I was like, I think it's like a event-specific quest. So it's like, kind of puts me in a position of like, oh, I really want to push for that, but I don't know if I can actually accomplish all of that before this event is over. But then there's also like a level of guilt where it's like, but she's doing it for her mom. Like, that's like, makes you, it gets you in the feels. Yes. Najuma? Is that how you pronounce that? Okay, I kind of want to go get more of the cauldrons just to see how they look. All right, we're going to put this other hat here. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, okay, now go look at the bulletin board and put all of these like candy corns and food recipes and other stuff in there. But I don't know if am I going to be able to do that. I'm assuming it's an annual thing. So, I mean, theoretically it'll come back around. But it's like when you attach it to, you know, a quest that's about honoring a dead family member, it's just like, ugh, if I don't get it done, I'm going to feel bad. Oh, it's new this year? I mean, I know it's just a game, but also... Oh, I didn't mean to get another green one. That's all right. All right, I kind of want to see... Okay. That one... Weird. It looks more white. Just kind of hoping... That's interesting. I like the green one a little bit better just because ooh. Just because it makes it look a little more green around it. Maybe it's just because the wall is teal. Maybe that's why it's picking up like that. Okay. I was kind of, I mean, I really like the light orb thingies that we have. Yeah, see, that looks a little bit more blue, but I bet it's because it's a teal wall. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put this one here then. We'll pretend like we have a plan to make it look symmetrical. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, but that one does look a little bit more blue because it's purple. That's interesting. Interesting combos to play with. Play a lot. Ah, cool. Is your name the same in Palia as well? Grouping with the party helps a lot. I bet it does. Yeah, Bama was talking about needing help with cooking. I don't know if I'd be any help. I know how to make grilled mushrooms, grilled meat, and grilled fish, and grilled oysters. Ah, cool. I'll write that down. Got the pumpkin lure so we can catch frogs. Oh, I didn't know it would take a separate lure. Well, and I need to make some money is what I really need to do because I need a bigger backpack. Because I always need bigger storage. The storage in that game is interesting, but it's like a count of how much stuff goes in. It's interesting. Okay, I'm writing things down. It is kind of nice, though, what my husband had to do something for like 15 minutes yesterday, And so I was just sitting here waiting for him to show back up for gaming. And I booted it up and got a few little things done before... Is Patch here? No Patch. No dragon. Is there a dragon over here? No. And no golem. Okay, good. Making sure I'm not missing anything that might give me bonuses. So I was able to boot it up and do like a couple quick little quests before he came back and wanted to play Nightingale is the game that we're playing. Which, for people that do like multifaceted, like, crafting where, like, it matters what kind of metal you put in things. Like, each one has, like, different aspects and benefits that will end up changing the quality of your gear. And you can do that with, like, the metal and the wood and the seeds and, you know, like, just all kinds of different stuff. The food, the ingredients that go into things. So he gets to sit there for forever looking and trying to tweak his little components. And then you have to, like, if you're building a gun, you have to build the barrel of the gun and the stock and the... There's a mechanism component. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, all of those little pieces go into actually making the gun, and then you can make all those pieces out of different materials, and then they can have different effects, and then you can put magic on them and infuse them with... Anyway, it's like a whole big deal. Nightingale, it looked interesting, but not sure if you do well with the combat. I don't know how well you do with combat in games in general, but I really like how complicated all of that stuff is. And there is quite a bit of building in it. It's just we haven't done a ton of it yet because typically when my husband and I play games together, we push to the next set of upgrades and we're not as focused on the decorating and building aspects. Sometimes. So I haven't really played around with, like, constructing the platforms to then build the walls and then build the, you know, beds and stuff like that. Like, we have the most rudimentary beds for our NPC helpers that live in our area that help gather resources for it. That stuff's all really... I really enjoy that. I'm trying to think if the combat is super, super difficult. I don't particularly think so, but I do like combat in games. So there is a really easy setting, though. I feel like it was called Explorer, and we had it set on that at first because I think my husband just wasn't sure which one to pick, and everything was dying really fast. It's not the most challenging combat I have ever experienced. And I think if you put it on a lower setting where it's not as intense of a fight, that you probably be okay. But we picked it up for free through Epic last week because we had looked at it a while ago and didn't end up picking it up. And so the fact that it went free there was like, quick, snag it. You know, it can be complicated, but part of the reason I don't mind it so much is because it doesn't have to be. You can autofill recipes. So I go, and unless I'm trying to do something specific, I just autofill and go. But my husband will sit there and mess with all the little details. So I don't know if it defaults, like, what the autofill stuff is. I don't know if it's based on the quantity of wood that I have the most of, or does it choose the best that I have, or, you know, I haven't really paid attention, but I don't have to if I don't want to. And sometimes I'm half asleep and I just want to craft arrows, damn it. Sometimes you'll get on for a few minutes to Palia and water your crops. Yeah. Yeah, Teddy's Haven inventory is much kinder. Yeah, I play a wide variety of games just because depending on the games that I play, I want different things from them. So I don't always want to fight, and I don't always have a ton of time, and I don't always have, you know, like sometimes I'm just tired and I want to zone out. I am really looking forward to getting into Bookshop Simulator, but I have played, like, I don't even know. I've played over a dozen hours of the demo of that game just because sometimes all I have the capacity for is to just buy more books and stick them on a shelf. and, you know, not think too hard. But then other times I don't mind. Like, I like puzzle games, too. I like sitting and figuring things out sometimes. Did I pet you more than once? Are you following me now? I think I did pet you more than once. Follow me. Thank you. So it can get as complicated, I feel like, as you want it to get. But you don't have to. It does have several layers to it. I have yet to really mess with like the infusing things. I haven't like crafted a bunch of stuff, but I found some things and I'll just stick it on my gear because I'm like, well, this says it adds mining. Do that. But if you like more complicated stuff, then you have the ability to do that. It's like I said, it's pretty satisfying for my husband. Trying to think of what else. I think the hardest thing for me has been getting used to some of the world mechanics. There's like cards involved where it changes. They call them realms. So there's like a peaceful realm that you start out in, and it eases you into different types of activities and things inside the world. But then when you want to continue the main story quest, you play a card to go to a new realm, and then the realm has some negative aspects going on, like you can't heal. Or no, you can heal, it just you heal slower. And so, but you can't get rid of the negative effects until you progress the main story quest enough to be able to play a card that clears away the negative effects. So it sounds complicated, but it's not difficult to accomplish. So sometimes when I have, like, I'm like, I don't really understand all of this stuff that they're throwing at me early game. I'll just go where the marker tells me to go, and I'll do the thing, and I'll keep repeating that until I start to wrap my head around what's actually happening, and trust that if they've set up their game effectively, it should get me where I need to go and hopefully help me understand better as I progress through the stuff to do. It does... There are some things I think that are a little bit on the scary side for some people. It depends on how sensitive you are to, like, creepier stuff. But I like horror, so I feel like I am not always the best person to gauge whether or not somebody else is going to find something scary or intense. But there's been some creepy stuff. And some of the bosses have been a little bit more intense than just your regular running around mobs. Frogs are part of a bundle. By bundle, Bama, do you mean the bundles in the bulletin board to turn in for Palia's event? I think that's what you mean. Because I looked at them and I was like, this is a lot of stuff I don't know how to do yet. In the court of Vilmarath, there's served a general who could crush cities with a whisper. He wore no armor, only words, and wielded laughter like a blade. But he feared mirrors, not for vanity, but because they remembered who he used to be. In the end, he shattered one and saw not a villain, but a child who had lost his voice. Thank you. Sometimes the cruelest ones were broken first. Hurt people hurt people. Ah, I figured that's what you meant. Yeah, right now I'm doing my normal, I hoard everything, and then I'm like, wait, I should be selling some stuff so that I can actually make some money. I actually just recently bought myself some more arrows and the pouches for bugs. Because I feel like, especially with the bugs, I can sell them. Although I do have a couple that are 1-star that I put in my house because I was like, well, they're fancier. And until I get fancier stuff, I might as well keep the first fancier stuff I have. My house is blue, I think. I think I painted it blue on the outside. But I was trying to save up my money for my pouch upgrade and then had to spend it all on the next axe upgrade. I was like, damn it. I was doing so well making money. Alright. Now we'll do our normal run. This is the point where I stop and I go open my shop and finish the rest of the gathering. Okay. And we'll make it through at least two in-game days. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to make new shelving for the new produce though. Shoot. It's a lot of stuff. And I'll have to start saving up money for upgrading again. I think I need over 10,000 for my next upgrade though. And I did have 9,000 before I decided to do a craft room. Uh-oh. Pardon me? Alright, we'll go up here and get these scales. Alright. Which means the next time I load up my other save, I'm going to be really disappointed again because I'm going to feel really, really slow, even though I've been progressing. And because I knew how to play, I did a lot more gathering in spring than I did when I started this one. So I already have a better stock. It'll be interesting to see just how much ahead that puts me, you know, as I get through to where I am here in that other save. So in case you were curious, Bama, the poll ended in a tie, which I am not terribly surprised. And the reason, besides feeling like, well, if nobody feels super strong about the other games, continuing with this one is not a bad idea, but also because we got part 1 of a update. So were the cheese makers updated this week or last week? I think they might have been updated last week. But the cat, the witch cat thing, and the hats and the cauldrons and stuff, that was all part of the update. I guess I already attended you. Didn't think I hit everybody, but I guess I must have. So yes. Besides ending in a tie, the fact that there was new update stuff for this one nudged this one ahead as far as my personal opinions. So, but I'm not sure how many more weeks on Thursdays I'm going to be streaming Dreamlight Valley. It really depends on what the events are like. So Thursdays might be up for grabs here in a couple weeks or so. At least until Wish Blossom Ranch comes out. And if you are a DDV fan, the 15th, Wednesday is the next developer update thingy. It's a live event. And I know they do it on Discord and YouTube. I'm not sure if they go anywhere else, though. Who knows? I can only watch it on one at a time anyway, so I'll probably watch it on YouTube. Well, I'll probably listen to it on YouTube while I'm working because I will be at work when it's live. And that's if nothing on Wednesday has taken over at work and I have to, you know, catch a video after. I don't think they do like a Q&A or anything. They just do it live so that, you know, you can see it. Kind of make it an event, you know? But I don't think they have community interaction on there. Usually I'm at work, so usually I'm just listening anyway. I wonder if they're gonna announce the villain, though. I'm so curious. I also would like to know the date. When are they actually releasing? Because right now it's just wish list. But I haven't looked to see if there's a date. The last time I looked, I don't think there was one. Okay. Oh, I've almost got 2,000 Manasite. That's awesome. I haven't really been paying attention to my numbers at all. Ooh, look how fast that tending's going now. How fast is my tending? Times 2.32. Huh. I'm almost to level 24 though on tending. I don't know if you were here when Bama, when I said that I had watched somebody over on a different stream who obviously had really high levels and everything was so fast. I was so jealous. Like, they were refilling their crafting devices and it was just like blah, 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 blah. It's just like, oh, I would like for everything to be that fast for me because that looks amazing. It also explains why people will have like massive walls of crafting devices. If it's that fast to load everything up, I could see being totally fine with having like 30 smelters and, you know. All right. See, I also don't think I need this much. I started gathering, that's right, I started gathering stone and stuff again. Because I wanted to make sure to keep feeding my Orling, and I didn't want to completely deplete my stash of stone. Because I had stopped mining for a while, because I was like, well, I feel like I've got more than enough to stay stocked. Oh, level 25 in mining. Does that up me to level, or 4 times? Yes. Excellent. It's amazing. I mean, I was still doing it, but I wasn't doing it every node, every time kind of thing. You're moving around quite a bit. What's my stock like on these? No, we're already over 3,000. That's nice. Oop. All right, you're supposed to come with me too. Come with me too. Okay, good. Now, if you're still here, Saren, do you know how many cats there are? Because I don't know if I have found all the cats. I keep seeing people talk about getting all of the fairies, which is why I know I'm still missing one. And I keep seeing people talk about getting all the cats, but I don't think I've ever seen a number associated with that. So I just don't know if I've found all of the cats yet either. Again, I could look it up, but I'm trying to... Like, the number isn't the spoiler, it's the location, you know? It's never enough. Want more? Give me more. Like when you fully upgrade your backpack in a game and then you still fill it up really fast and you're like, what the hell, man? Or you need to build one more room so you can have more chests for storing stuff. It's nice to give yourself a limit though sometimes. That's what I did with Dreamlight Valley. I was like, I don't need to have a full chest of every single thing. I don't need it. I still haven't filled, like, some of them where it's only, like, one single row of each. There are still things I haven't filled a single row of. Not that I know there are people that spend a lot of time amassing their stuff. Ooh, level 20. Nice. Fancy. I bet that unlocked some stuff to buy. So we'll have to go check that out. But there are some people who do have individual chests of every single thing, and I'm just like, that is some dedication right there. I do not have the capacity. Certain ingredients I will try and make effort. Like, I feel like I've got a huge chest of stone and a huge chest of softwood and stuff in that game. Just because they get used so frequently. Like, I feel like I have more wheat because wheat is so common in recipes in that game. But I don't need it for, you know, Dreamlight fruit. I don't use Dreamlight fruit that often, so I don't need a massive chest of it. One row, I think one row is it 400? It might be 400 units. That should be more than enough for regular gameplay purposes. I did catch a thread, was it yesterday? People talking about, I think somebody was asking if there was a cap on the gold in that game, or if their game was glitched because they had like 261 million golds. And then there were a bunch of other people talking about how they had so much more than that. And I'm just like, that's just too much. Somebody even said, why do you even need that much gold? Like, that is too much gold. That is more gold than I could spend. Although, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if I've spent several million, 100 million, I don't even know. I have no idea how much I've actually spent in that game as far as in-game currency. I have no clue. But I have never accumulated, I don't even think I've gotten above 10 million accumulation because I usually spend it. Oh, I'm not close enough. But yeah, the consensus was that their game was glitched because other people had accumulated so much more gold than that. So I was just like, wow. Okay. I kind of wish we could put a roof on it, though. Yeah, even from here, the cheese makers are pretty. I could see doing something aesthetic with them and not just functional. I mean, you'd have to have the stuff to put in there. Whoa! I'm so sorry. Would you like me to pet you first? Or attend? Oh, yes. We're getting some good accumulation of these berries. It'll be interesting when I get back to spring to see just how much I've gone through. Because I think I've been stopping once things start to hit 5 grand. But every shop upgrade brings you more customers too, so the potential to sell more stuff increases too. I wonder if I can get my last cashier. That'd be nice. All right. Well, my craft room is not pretty, but it is there and it is functional. Tomorrow I will be able to recover my beehives and get those put on. Ooh, I'm almost to level 25 on tending. That's nice. Excellent, excellent. Should probably also feed my Orling a little bit. Because I don't need him to be as big as humanly possible, but it would be nice to make him bigger. I'm going to leave the sun apples for today. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Huh. I'm sure somebody far more creative than I will figure out how to utilize the weird lighting effects from putting those things in the wall. Okay, I need to pet you. Come on. And I'll pet you. And then I'm going to turn you around so you're kind of with your friends. Come here. Oh, maybe not inside your friends. Don't be inside your friends. Okay. Because I have 5. And I feel like that's the maximum I have found. So I wonder if there's more than 5. All right. Oh my god. So fast. This does count for tending, though. Holy crap. He sounds like a pig. I mean, I guess he is kind of pigging out. Don't turn into a creepy cat lady. Only in video games. Only in video games. Ugh. So we have now passed the 1-year mark from our last cat passing away. And we haven't decided on what the next pet will be. And the neighbor has 6 kittens right now. And so the kids were like, hey, you want one? It's like, bring it out, show it to me. Like, please don't show me this baby. They were so cute. But I think I want to do a different animal. I think I need a break from cats for a bit. I mean, we've already had a little bit of a break, but I mean, as far as like the life cycle. Did that count as restocking and not... I thought this counted as tending, or does it count for more than one thing? You sound like a pig. Alright. Look how big he is next to this bench. That's really funny. Alright. What's going on in here? I'm going to look at what I can buy. Oh, it does kind of look... Because it's against a green wall, it kind of gives it a brown. So red and green. That makes sense. I'm looking in the book. Toy maker... Horticulturist, floriculturist, decorative dining, okay, produce, display. We could do more of the different merchandise. 10,500 to expand. All right, management. At level 25 for the 4th cashier. Hopper, is it gonna be... Well, I don't know. Ward does not look like a squid name, but it is definitely a squid. I almost thought Hopper might be a frog. Because if it's a frog, that'd be awesome. Shop modifications. Reroll product prices. Excuse me? I forgot that was even a thing. Not doing that, though. Okay. Do I want to get more stuff? I kind of want to see what the shelving looks like. $12.50. Eesh. Ooh. So pricey. I wonder if I should get more things. I'm not going to do it today. All right. What time is it? Ooh. Ooh. What do I have to do after this? Can I do one more in-game day? If I stay completely focused, yes. If I stay completely focused, the answer is yes. I've already collected the fairies. I've already collected the cats. I do kind of look like a creepy cat lady here with all these cats hanging out outside. Oh, I could eat my other fig bar, though. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I think all he does is give me a shot bonus, so I'm gonna go ahead and collect some stuff on the way. Oh, so fast. It's not even the fastest it's gonna be, but it's faster. So nice. Hello? You're very big. Very intimidating. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I saw somebody in the Discord say, like, he looks like he wants to eat me. And someone's like, no, go talk to him. He's like, wait, what? Shells and currents. You actually made it. Most folk ask their questions from the shore, but not you. Oh no, you bring the whole ocean with you. Softly now, shopkeeper. Softly. I speak of the Eldertide Hollow. Few know it, even fewer return. It lies beneath the world where the ocean floor opens like a blooming flower. There, the water glows not from sun, but from memory. Old voices swirl through the current, whale mothers, storm callers, gods that slept too long. I go only to remember that I am not the first, nor the last. Thank you for letting me speak of it. My shell carries many years, but your listening lightens them. Okay. Fabulous. That is a tree. At first I was like, wait, is there somebody on that hill over there? I think it's a tree with a fern bright underneath of it, so it almost looked like it was something a little different than what I thought it might be. Alright. We're going to do the island while we're here, and then we'll go home and go over and talk to Umbral. Which means I probably won't get everything that's over here. But that's okay. We don't have to get every single thing every single day. I'm curious what else Mav has planned to release, though. If this is supposed to be part 1, is it more decorative stuff? Is it, you know... I was wondering, too, if there was going to be a limited time thing, since so many people do limited time things, but I know he's also one guy, you know what I mean? So... is this... well, the game doesn't so far seem to be designed to have limited time purchases. Like, I assume now that the cat things are in the game, that they're in the game. Like, it's not gonna go away after a certain period. You'd also think that if it was limited time, he'd put that in the post, you know? There it is, level 25, yes. Excellent. Thank you very much. Oh, am I gonna do this chunk of the circuit? No. I'm gonna go home. And then I'm gonna go talk to Umbral. And do that chunk of the circuit. Yes. Because I'm gonna have to craft anyway. Now that that's moved, I'm gonna have to add that into my regular cycle. Always a series of get used to a thing and then change the thing just enough to have to make a new plan and then get used to that. And then rinse and repeat. Oh, cow butt. Is that the first butt we've petted today? I don't think so. Surely we've petted another butt. Is it petted or pet? I feel like I've heard both and now my brain won't tell me which one is real anymore. Also, the brain is starting to jollify. Which is normal at about this point in the stream. Hello. Hello. We've got a lot of whisper wool now. That's nice. Are we gonna get this one today? Nope. I did see somebody get the white dragon in what I'm assuming is not the demo. And I don't think I've gotten the white dragon in the regular game yet. I've gotten the black dragon and I've gotten the red one. But the only time I saw the white dragon was in the demo. But I swear I saw it in someone's stream not that long ago. So I think that's interesting. I'm assuming it's some sort of RNG what visitors you get. But I think it's fascinating, like, the frequency of some of them. In the Bay of Myrtle's Hollow, the sea has a voice. The fisher folk say it brings in the old tongue before gods, before stars. A woman once sang back, every dusk, every dawn. And one day the tide answered with a child. Half wave, half girl, she lives still, they say, teaching songs to whales. Thank you for believing in things half impossible. All right. You're so intimidating, even still. He also breathes really heavy. So it's like, okay. Oh, so much faster. So nice. And I also have to set myself up for, like, mentally prepared to play my other save. Because it won't be this fast. Or this quick to get quantity. Oh. Pardon me. All right. Open. And pet Teddy. This cat next to you makes you look even tinier because it's so much bigger than you are. Okay. Do I need to do anything else in here at the moment? I don't think so. I think I can just go do the rest of my circuit. Hello, hello. 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 Greetings. I think I can go do the rest of my circuit and get my crafting done. And maybe I'll throw the vines on the wall behind the crafting devices just to see how well it covers it. Dinosaurs. I don't have to hold shift down to run. It's not how this game works. Hi. What's up, you guys? So we can skip the island, though. We can do our normal stuff and skip the island. And we're going to make quick work of these areas and not necessarily hit every single thing we could hit. Just the stuff that's on the way. Yep, and today is the last day of my 5 days off. Which is always a mixed bag. Like, I like my job, I would not trade it for any of the jobs that I have had previous to this job. And I don't have any intentions of going anywhere because I like the work that I do. I like the place that I work. I like the community that we serve. You know, like I like all of that stuff. But there is something to be said for getting a break to do real life stuff for me or stuff for my family, you know, stuff for my kids and husband and all that. But, like bittersweet. Like I like to go back to my job, but also I want to play my game and I want to decorate my house and I want to, you know, get my chores done. Well, I have a creepy clown that goes on my toilet. Like it looks like it's climbing out of the toilet. So it gives me an added reason to make sure that my toilet is clean. Like, oh yeah, I have to make sure that gets taken care of so I can make it creepy. But I like it. And we did our Spirit Halloween run yesterday, so the little one gets to go and have the fun, safe scares that you can have in a store environment as opposed to being out, you know, like, he is way too little for, like, haunted houses and stuff like that. But I think this is the first year we're going to have to make separate trips for the things to do with the older one versus the little one. Because last year my oldest was realizing that the family things were a little bit geared too young for him. So we will plan separate adventures for the two children. And then my little one is, like I said, definitely not ready for the scarier stuff, so. Never use your toilet during this time of year. Are you one of those people that does not like clowns? I had to warn my cousin because she has clown fear. She blames it, which, you know, fair. But yes. Although I think he might need to get replaced soon because we've had him for several years now. But, he comes with blood drippings that come out from the top of the tank. So it's a gruesome scene. But yes, I know there are a lot of people that have clown fear or just don't like clowns. Even if you're not afraid of them, just they creep you out, you know? Like people who have like puppet and doll fear too. I don't have any of that. I thought about, have you ever seen House of a Thousand Corpses? There's like a wall of doll parts on the outside of their house. The main family in that movie. And I thought that would look really cool, like as a decoration. We saw wind chimes made of fake bones yesterday, and I was like, ooh, that's fun. That gives me some ideas. Like maybe I could find a bunch of doll parts and make a doll parts wind chime. Not afraid, just creepy? Yeah, that's fair. And actually, I really enjoy the juxtaposition of like innocent and gruesome together, because I like juxtapositions just in general. Like I used to really like making small characters in RPG style games that were the fighter of the group, because I thought it would be hilarious to be something really tiny that runs in and tries to take all the aggro. Well, like, you know, taller characters are behind you doing the magic and stuff. It's like, I'm gonna attack your foot! So, yeah, I always enjoy creepy and cute together. But yeah, I had to tell my cousin, because she came over, I think it was last year, during Halloween, and I was just like, you're probably not gonna be happy when you go in there. And she's like, I'll wait to pee. I think she ended up using the bathroom, but still. It's just like, just so you know. That's what's in there. I didn't have to tell her. I could have messed with her. I actually don't think I told her it was a clown, though. I just said, you're not going to like going in there this year, like right now. Which, of course, meant she knew exactly what it was, because I don't think she's got other like things that she's creeped out by, but I know, like, everybody knows she's creeped out by clowns, so. Oh, I didn't tend you guys, did I? Okay. There's another one. Where is it? There you are. Sheep butt. Do I hear napping happen? And by do I hear napping happening, is my husband snoring out there? Oh, you know what I didn't remember to do? I didn't remember to add those new jams that I started crafting to the shop today. I didn't do that. That's okay. Alright, we can skip the island because we already did it. Ugh, we only got to 8 grand. Well, almost 9. Which was about where I started this morning. I think I had just over 9. Maybe after the first in-game day I had over 9. So that's not too bad considering I spent a butt ton of money. How much did I spend? I spent like 6,000-7,000? Oh, we're still ringing people up. Interesting. Oh, maybe they're the last minute shoppers. As the music changed, which I'm assuming means store is officially closed. So we're just ringing up the last customers. Ooh. Alright, I'm not getting every single thing that I could possibly get. Just the stuff that's on the way. I start out with those intentions, and then I get on autopilot, and I'm like, over here, over here, over here. Just like I'm doing right now. Okay, stop. I do find it fascinating this one rabbit is the only rabbit that seems to not be tendable. Alright. A little bit of crafting. We'll put some vines over the things sticking through the walls. The interior walls. I'm not going to fuss with the exteriors right now. I don't need to do that. Alright. What is this light coming from? It's the destruction thingy. Can this go on the wall? It can go through the wall. Ooh, that's kind of cool for a lighting feature. Oh, it doesn't... Not all sections of the wall are created the same. That's kind of cool. I don't want to do it right now, but it's kind of cool. Okay. Yep, there they are. Okay, good. So glad that they do that, though. We'll just hide these cauldrons behind some of these. Kind of. Not completely, but... just pretend for now, till I figure out a better solution. Oh, paintings! I bet paintings would work, too. I don't have those unlocked yet. Alright. Well, at least when you're doing all of this watering and stuff, having this many terrariums and plots at least helps you gain the points to level faster. Yep. I feel like I saw a suggestion for somebody saying, wish we could water in bulk. I'm like, you know, I get that. I will say this, though. Seeds in Palia seem pricey when you're at the very beginning. I was like, oh, I'll just go buy a bunch of seeds so I can farm a bunch to sell stuff. And then I was like, ooh, they are pricey. And then one of the characters wanted seeds as a present. I was like, sir, you want me to go spend 80 coins on you? And then I did it because, well, I wanted to give him a gift. I'll do it, but I'm going to be grumpy about it. Oh, I don't know if, my son, apparently the competition had multiple forms of media, the art competition that my oldest was in on Friday. And they were judged based on the media that they participated in. So he chose colored pencils as his medium, and he got 3rd place. I don't know how many kids competed in colored pencils, but regardless. It was more than 3, I guess, so I was like, all right. But even still, again, it goes back to me for the experience of it. You know, it's his first art competition, so. And he said it was really cool and fun, so I'm glad he was excited about the experience, you know? Oh yeah, vines. Furniture. Maybe a wide one? Yeah. Oh, the wide one's not exactly what I wanted it to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit... It's like the one part I want it to cover the most, it won't. I want it to cover that one, this one right here, and it won't. Okay, where's the other vines? Because they think it's long. Yeah, it's thin. All right. This is the button. Can I put it like here? Okay, it doesn't go all the way down. There. Sure. Sure. Okay, cheese or... So I need milk. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then some ore. And I'm not going to think too hard about getting this done because I just need to wrap things up. And then I get to go do laundry. Yay. And then I get to finish decorating. Yay. And then I think I have to encourage at least one child to bathe. Yay. I've got to fill out some paperwork. Also, yay. Meh. But when I'm done with that, that'll check a lot of things off of my list. I just happen to have some, like, I have to wash some sheets and stuff. So it's not just everyday laundry. It's the, you know, the extra couple of loads from dealing with the rest of the house. It's interesting that it goes through the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out some solutions for some of the... I like how flexible the building is, but it comes with different challenges. You know, if it was less flexible, like sometimes we were talking about having snapping tools and stuff and a build mode earlier, and sometimes they fix all the problems that I'm experiencing right now, but then they have their own limitations, so like things won't line up the way you want them to because they only snap into certain places. I do like games that have a snap like functionality, but that you don't have to use it if you don't want to. But honestly, I think the one that I like, that I'm thinking of the most, is probably The Sims, where if you don't turn on the mod to move objects around freely, then not is it a mod or is it just a cheat command? Anyway, there's a command you can use to move things about freely, and that gives you a ton of flexibility, which is really, really great. It might remove some of the functionality, like your Sims can't interact with things the way they should. Ooh, look how thin the bloodberries have gotten. Yikes. I'm gonna stop making bloodberry jam because I have a ton of bloodberry jam, apparently. I'll go ahead and do some of these. Yeah, we could do azure berries. Bay peach. Oh, we should do some of the new ones for sure. Frost gleam. Is that 4? Yeah. But, you know, if you're using the in-game regular Sims building, there's lots of limitations because, of course, they're accounting for, you know, the other factors. But things can sometimes fit better together than if you were just using the move objects command that you can enter in. But at least in that one, when you turn that command on, you can like still utilize the in-game stuff. Sometimes it doesn't work that way though. And sometimes things can snap weird. I haven't played Grounded 2 since they finessed a little bit of the build functionality, but sometimes their snapping is weird in that game. Crystals. I'm gonna go down to the bottom and see what's up here. Out of Boundium. Sure. Man, that Lunacite ether is getting purchased like crazy pants. Ooh, and like the Lavendrite ether as well. Holy cow. Is that 4? Yep. And do you know why I do the same crystals in both of the crystal crafting items? It's because I can't remember which thing makes which thing. I don't remember which one makes the ether and which one makes the little... It almost looks like a bauble. So I just make them in each of them so that I can be sure the one that seems a little low in my inventory gets made. I probably should look at that at some point and go, oh yeah, this makes this and this makes that. Goodness. But my brain is jelly, so it's not this moment. Did I do everything that was down there to do? Did I do the wool? Or did I just do vines on that wall? I think I might have just done vines on the wall. No, I did the wool. Okay. Okay, I got all of the things. All right. Okay. Well, I did the hard part not well, but I did it anyway, and then I clicked the wrong button because that's how we do. But I got the craft room set up. It's not pretty, it's not full yet, it's not in its final state, but it's at least set up. And I like the idea of it being on the water. It does kind of look like a little houseboat. I also thought about making it multi-storied. You know, for funsies. Can you build it up there? No, it's a chimney. I was like, maybe you could build it off the side of that, but if it's a chimney, maybe you could stick it up there. I actually haven't really fussed around with where you can like put things in weird places yet. I'm sure somebody has, but it is not me. So, let us wrap up the stream. I'm gonna pick a spot to stand and be pretty. I'm gonna stand here in my horde of cats. We'll just let them all stare at me. So, Thursday is going to be more Dreamlight Valley. Theoretically, we should be wrapping up the quests and starting on the first event that's available just to see what is up with that. And then we'll have to play the Thursday nights by ear. I bet I'm going to do at least 2 more because the second event doesn't start until the next week. So I have a feeling Dreamlight Valley is going to be at least 2 more Thursdays. Yeah, I'm not sure about Sundays. I'm not sure if I'm going to start trying to alternate or if it depends on if Mav does another update. If Mav does another update, then I can almost guarantee you that I will play this. But at some point, I'm probably going to start alternating the Sunday stream with at least one other game or maybe get them on like a cycle or something like that. But yeah, I don't see any cancellations coming up. This is the wrong thing. Maybe the 30th. But that's still, what, 5 streams away? Something like that? 6 streams away? Just because it's the day before Halloween. I took Halloween off because Halloween is very rarely on a Friday or a Saturday. And fingers crossed the weather does not suck. But I might want to do something with my kid on the 30th and then stay in on the 31st. Or just do trick-or-treating on the 31st. But that kind of leaves Thursday a little bit in flux until we have a better sense of what plans are coming up for the kids and the family as a whole and all of that. So, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a lovely day, nighttime, wherever you are, whenever you are. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, follow, subscribe, all of those good things. And I will see you next time. Bye.